4.2 acre property here in Medical Lake, Washington, right adjacent to Clear Lake. This is a really cool property in Spokane County. My name is Miles McLaughlin. I'm going to walk you through this listing, what I see in it, and cover a lot of FAQs. I'm going to talk one about access here, what you can do with the property, and what I see in the property, and cover other questions about utilities and things like that. So a little bit about our business as I go through this video. We're a land investment company. We buy and sell land all across the country. We specialize in buying unique and epic properties. This one we're looking at right now is waterfront. You've basically got your own private lake on this property. There is a channel that connects to Clear Lake to the south view. I'll show it to you on a map. Our photographer mentioned trout in this body of water. So it's a really cool epic retreat that you have here. So almost 5 acres here in Spokane County, just west of town near Medical Lake and Clear Lake. Great off-grid property, a lot of flat areas, good access here, remote. We were really excited to get this property, I'll tell you that much. So just showing you some photos here. I do want to jump into access. So we do offer more of a self-service model. We offer cash discounts for cash buyers. We offer seller financing terms. And a big part of our model is that we offer more of a self-service model, right? So we're sharing everything we know about the property. I have a preliminary title report I can share with you as well if you want that. So big thing here, camping and RVs are allowed. Again, we're looking at cabins, recreation, just a great place to invest in outside of Spokane area. It technically is 2 legal lots. I'll pull it up on a map and show you what I'm looking at. So first thing I want to talk about is access. So the way you can access these properties are using GPS coordinates. I've got all the corner coordinates here and on the listing, so you can use those to go access it. You do need to use maps to look at it. So my favorite app is going to be Onyx Maps. And all I'm going to do is plug these coordinates in Onyx Maps. I have the elite version. You can download a free week trial. I have layers on. So I have Washington layers on that show different property lines. So you can see right here, we purchased this property from Joy Ledgerwood. So you can see that we own these 2 lots. So all the way down here. So that's why it's 2 legal lots. Here's your lake on the property on the southern end of it. And then here's all this great area to develop and use all throughout the property. So that's how you're going to access the land. So I'll jump right into the 2 access points that I see as the best access points are going to be coming in off, I believe this is South Clear Lake Road. If I zoom in, so access point number 1, what I'm looking at here is actually platted out access. See these lines, this space between the properties? That's called platted access, or that's an easement, right? And so this is South A Street. So number 1, you could go up 9th Street. And I don't know how improved the roads are right now, but if you go all the way up 9th Street, you see how this easement takes you all the way up there. It's platted out all the way up there, and you could shoot directly over to our property. It looks like this road's a little bit less developed here, but it looks pretty easy to potentially just drive over too. So, maybe you're punching a road in, or maybe you're just blazing a 2-track back to this property for the time being. So there's South 9th Street as an option, going all the way up to the north and heading east. I can draw that out on Onyx Maps. For example, up here is about 400 yards, and then you shoot over, adds about another 50 yards or so. So I'll do that. I'll discard that. We'll do this distance. So again, then we have South A Street. So here's another access point. See, South A Street comes in right next to this body of water. It kind of curves through here. All these lines aren't totally perfect on a map, but then you go all the way up north. You pass some of these residences. Looks like people are kind of blazing through that property. You go up through here, it maybe veers off. It almost looks like it kind of veers off right through here. Then you get back on track, and then you shoot over this way. So like the distance from here to get to the corner of our property right here is about 69 yards. And again, it looks like you could blaze a 2-track back there. So that's option number 2. Option number 3 that I see, and this is kind of what our photographer mentioned that he took actually, is you can even see this dotted, this must be a road inside the trees here that people are using. Technically, it should start here. So right when it turns on South Clear Lake Road, there might even be a road, it looks like right here. This is probably the best access point, shooting up this way. Then you run into the body of water, but technically if you shoot up this way, it's platted, you're on the property. I mean, you're on the water. But let's say you follow this road. I think Onyx is saying there's some road that comes through here and it gets you, it looks like it comes all the way through here. You can see it right there. It's not perfect. It's not in the easements. It's not platted out correctly. I don't know, is it a prescribed easement? Are all the locals cool with it? It looks like it. I mean, this guy is accessing his land through all these other properties. There's people living up here. Phillips Maribeth is using their property and people like that, and they clearly are using this quite a bit. You can see this road's being clearly used all the way up here to this corner. I don't know if this is actually still there on satellite imagery, but people are using this over here too. You can see that, but then you could shoot over to our property coming in this way. I think our photographer, it kind of veers over like this, or it kind of veers through like this. Again, that access route is uncertain to me, the legality of it. Maybe a lot of times in situations like this, locals are fine with it. A lot of people work together to protect their properties. They want privacy. They want to be off grid. Again, we offer a self-service model. You got to verify this information. You got to do your own due diligence. What I will show you about access is next is a plat map. So we own this area was all platted out one day, right? What this is a surveyor came in, drew out all these properties, created easements to access all the properties, right? So you can see we were just looking at A Street. It's right here. So A Street goes up and down right here. 9th Street up and down right here. This is a road. These are all people's properties, right? Little lots, right? They're calling them lots. And there's 10th Street, 9th Street, 8th, 11th, 6th. Clearview Avenue goes straight through. And it kind of matches up with what we're seeing on Onyx maps. Clearview Avenue going straight through. 9th, 10th, 11th, right? 8th. Again, 9th and 8th appear to be maybe the best access routes. This one gets a little hairy going through these properties, but again, you may live your whole life without any issues. But you do have deeded access or legal easements. According to the plat map, from what I'm looking at here, those are easements. And what we own is block 46 right here. This is our property between 8th, 7th here and 6th, I believe. I've got the title report pulled up. So lots 1 through 15, lots 18 through 14, lots 51 through 94, block 46. And then we also own 45 to 50 in block 46. So going back to the plat map, we've got block 46, and it's describing all the lots that we own. There's a little chunk of land here that we don't own, which is this Hughes Trustee. So that's probably a couple lots right there. It looks like people are kind of blazing trails through this area. Again, it's an undeveloped area. It never really got developed. So you got these cool off-grid properties back here. And we have a huge client base that's interested in this type of stuff. So that's what I'm looking at when it comes to access. When it comes to land use and utilities, it's rural conservation zoning. You can look at zoning information clicking on our site right here. Call the county if you have additional questions. You'll have to go view the property on your own. Again, I've got GPS coordinates to do that. Got a little bit about zoning. I see a lot of potential in this property. I personally love this. I think it's a great deal for somebody at our price point. I'll pull you up a bird's eye view. Again, just entering Google Maps, entering GPS coordinates in Google Maps here. You can see where we're at on a map. We're outside of Spokane. And this body of water, as I was mentioning, this actually floods into Clear Lake. So, here's that body of water, and it funnels into Clear Lake. So you'll see that on different maps. Like I have it on Google Earth here, and you can see it kind of funnels in. So again, different mapping systems, whatever your preference is. Give me a call if you have questions. I've got some other properties in Washington. I do have a title report, old preliminary title report we have from our purchase if you want to look at that. Again, my name is Miles McLaughlin here at Wilco Land, 605-299-5553. Thanks for tuning in.